Welcome to the Christie Taylor Show. I'm your host, Christie Taylor. Happy holidays. We are inside, yes, the holiday season, and it's December, which means it's my birthday month. So I'm celebrating all over the place. But I wanted to make sure I celebrated with one of my dear friends who I've had a chance to interview over the years when I was in traditional radio. So it would only be befitting for me to bring her to the Christie Taylor Show. I am super excited to have a dear friend of mine who is very involved in the community here in Memphis, Tennessee. That would be Roshunda Buchanan. She is a founder, publisher, editor of the 2Unique Community Salvation Foundation, Roebuck Professional Development Services, the publisher and editor of 2Unique magazine, the creator of Find Your Design Career Track and Leadership. And check this out. She recently launched Certified Girl Boss. Roshunda's wheelhouse is in delivering brilliant client services by providing business readiness plans and solutions. She possesses an associate's degree in psychology and a Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Studies. Yes, with a concentration in organizational leadership and nonprofit development, as well as a graduate of Leadership Memphis in 2010. Now, these are, let me tell you, just a few of her many achievements, awards, and accolades. She is truly someone committed to helping others, and I'm so happy to have her today. Hey, Roshunda Buchanan, welcome to the Christie Taylor Show.
So glad to be here. Thank you.
Wow. Well, first of all, I think we began to touch bases over, probably 10 years ago, but definitely when I came back to Memphis in 2014, 2015, and I was working for a local urban station, and you became a regular on my public affairs show. So you're always doing great things in the community, and I definitely wanted to make sure we touch bases and find out what you have going on as we wrap up 2020 and move into the new year. So first of all, you've got a lot going on. You just recently launched Certified Girl Boss, and I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to.
Yes,
yes. Yes, ma'am. And I wanted to say that I had a chance to participate. Cynthia Daniels had her annual Black Friday sale, cyber sale, and I wanted to make sure I shopped local. And thank you very much, Certified Girl Boss. Okay, so tell me what's going on.
Yeah, so thank you so much for supporting all the time. You're such a blessing. But as we wrap up 2020, we basically, like you said, recently launched, me and my identical twin sister, Sharonda Gentry. We're both entrepreneurs in our own right. And so we started the Certified Girl Boss campaign to help uplift women business leaders during the COVID-19 pandemic. We just wanted to be a light and to kind of shed light on those leaders who are out there hustling, grinding, putting their 100% wherewithal into their work every day. And we were able to highlight those individuals on media campaigns such as the Meta Buzz, billboards. And so just to see the faces and the excitement of those women where they can be able to brand themselves as a certified girl boss, also while cross-promoting their businesses as well.
Indeed. And let's talk about what really sparked that, because as you say, you and your sister, twin sister, are definitely entrepreneurs, have been at it a long time. What sparked it out of all the things you already had going on?
Well, we wanted to, of course, as I stated, be a light to those individuals. And we looked at women really trying to create that network. There's so many networks out there, right? But, what makes us different? We wanted to bring tangible resources to the platform where, be honest, I'm not in the AKA group or Delta group or, any of those things, but we do have other leadership development groups. And I really didn't see the tangible resources that was there where I can reach out and touch someone. If I needed a job, can I reach out to my sister where she can, help, give me a little leverage, or assist me. If I needed a contract, or trying to find some opportunities for my business, could I reach out to someone and have them to assist me? So I wanted to create that platform where it was genuine, it was authentic, a real sisterhood, where we can be able to come together, not only create, but provide the opportunities and the resources that we possess as individuals, as entrepreneurs, and share it on our network, but also release that same energy into the communities.
I love it. Now, if you could, you have some powerful certified girl bosses. Just name a couple, and because I know they're from different industries and sectors. So give an idea of the type of women that's a part of this particular leadership alliance.
Okay, well, we have Shamika Gibson, who recently gave a $500 grant to Heal the Hood Foundation of Memphis. She is the owner of Changing the Mindset and now in Innate Success. And she has a doctorate degree in business psychology, I believe. So she works with a lot of nonprofit organizations, helping those nonprofit organizations pivot and, and trying to help them receive grant opportunities within their work. We have, of course, my twin sister, Sharonda Gentry, who is the owner of Twin Delights, as well as Case Coach Management. And she has a plethora of experience in disability law and advocacy. Where she helps those individuals be able to navigate how to receive those checks. Yes, and we have Crystal Chapman, beautiful spirited woman. She really lives up to her name. She has such a beautiful spirit to me. And she has a youth girls organization where she's helping those young people become leaders.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's just to name a few.
Just a few, just a few. Now, one of the things that I also want to talk about is, the work that you do as a certified girl boss. You have a plethora of things. I just named just a few in the bio, but let's take it back to 2Unique, the community foundation, and then some of the other professional services that you offer.
Yeah, so we started with we'll start with the foundation. We all know it's 2Unique. All of us possess unique gifts and talents. It's just that, we have to be able to hone in on that. Who are we? We have to be able to, and a lot of times that takes prayer, research, digging deeper, within the self, trying to identify who we are, what our purpose is in this life. And we basically created a program, called Find Your Design, Career Track, and Leadership up under the umbrella of 2Unique. So now that we have those unique gifts and talents, how do we manifest that? Or, how do we those skill sets? With a lot of youth, especially those with low GPAs or even those B and C students. When I was going to school, a lot of the individuals or students with 4.0s received all of the services, or provided those services and those opportunities where there could have been internship opportunities. And so it's like, okay, where does that leave the students that may be B and C students?
Right.
And I didn't want individuals to go through what I went through, so I created the Find Your Design Career Track and Leadership program to be able to offer as much experiential learning and opportunity as I could to individuals, whether they were struggling academically or whether they had it, pretty much together, but they still needed to understand how to connect employment with academics. And with us being able to grow in order for us to grow in this community or in the workforce, a lot of us are receiving degrees but no experience. And then you have those that have the experience and no degree. So there's, how do you bridge that gap?
And that is pretty much what your particular Find Your Design track provides. Now, of course, you are actually, you even have Roebuck Professional Services, because as you help people find the design of their life, even helping them get into academic situations, you even pair it with professional services. Let's talk about how you weave those things together.
Yes, so there's a career planning process. We assess that individual to identify or create an inventory of goals, looking at what they've done academically, what they've done in the community, what they've done in the workforce, and we pretty much map everything that they've done in a lifetime and map it to the academic sector, meaning, helping identify what that major could be or what that concentration would look like. And then, of course, mapping it out to a career goal. So with the Roebuck Professional Development Services, we're already training our students or participants through a professional development training program. So we developed Roebuck as a talent development agency focusing on staffing and recruiting. So why not take our participants that we're training and put them in and recruit them for staffing, opportunities, since you're connecting and partnering with those employers.
Where is your pool of people that you're gathering, that you work with? Are they coming from the high school or the college level, or is it just from the general population?
Actually, all three. So they definitely coming through, like we work with the University of Memphis Social Work Department. They're coming through local community colleges, as well as those high schools. And of course, since we've been in COVID-19, really haven't had my hands on a lot of those students. So we're kind of fleshing out all of the services that we kind of want to do to ramp up in 2021. But we're definitely keeping in touch with, schools like Shelby County schools. They have great potential apprenticeship programs, or looking at the apprenticeship programs. And that's pretty much what we do. We're really doing pre-apprenticeship connecting. We were actually working with alternatives to juvenile justice.
Wow. Okay, good. Congratulations.
Thank you. And remember, Christie, you were facilitating one of those courses in the Shelby County School.
That's right. Overton High School.
Creative writing for us. So being able to reach that target group and connect them to courses such as culinary arts, photography, creative and script writing, and a host of and financial literacy. So being able to obtain those, even those courses, they can receive certificates and they can provide them potential experiential learning credits going towards their degree.
Now, one thing I want to talk about, Roshunda, of course, what you just said was a mouthful. And for those who definitely want to find out more about her, I'm going to provide you a way that you can do that. Just check out the ticker across the bottom. If you want to contact Roshunda Buchanan, check out her website as well as on her social media. But real quick, I wanted to kind of change gears a little bit. One of the things that you also got involved in was Heal the Hood. You mentioned that earlier. So I know that you're very involved in that. You are also the owner of 2Unique Boutique. So your give back to the community has been very, very strong. Plus, a graduate of Leadership Memphis in 2010. So, as a person who definitely is understanding, like you said, from your own life experience, the importance of education, academia, going into professional, link that to your community service.
Yeah, so working with Heal the Hood, been partnering with them for about 11 years now. And their platform is reaching you through the arts, entertainment, that whole edutainment piece. So they're training heroes through this beautiful platform of arts and entertainment. But if you look at arts and entertainment, it's full of workforce, right?
Yes.
That you could literally revolutionize workforce through the arts and entertainment platform. You need radio hosts such as yourselves. You have an entire media platform that has a host of skill sets, musicians, studio, you name it, what is movies, film, and so you're able to raise a generation or mold a generation into those career opportunities because those, of course, you may have to do this research for the statistics on the demand of those jobs or the gaps that are in those jobs. So for
Right.
instance, career counselors, there are 400, there's a ratio of 471 students nationally to one career counselor. That's a
Wow.
huge caseload. So how can
Wow.
anyone
Mm.
be able to touch 471
Mm.
students? They can't.
Right.
It's
Right.
impossible. So then, even though Tennessee is a slight, it's slightly better, but it's 314 students to one career counselor. So doing
Wow.
the research, we have to look at our demands, our industry sectors, and create and be able to look at our gifts and talents to see how we can bridge the gap on those platforms. So with a program like Find Your Design Career Track and Leadership, we could easily plug in to those opportunities to say that we
Right.
will be able to reach some of those students because the way that Find Your Design is created with the industry leaders and facilitators, we could reach approximately 500 students within 6 weeks, let
Wow.
alone, you
Wow.
know, a year time and you only have one, career counselor. So that's the same for the arts and entertainment industry. You're in that industry, so you would know what that demand looks like, what those jobs, what's the next, how many jobs will be positioned in 2021 or 2026 between
Yes.
2016 and 2026. Do they have to fill 300,000 jobs in
Right. Right.
in radio? So,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah,
And I
so
know that, and even as you have been involved, like I said, with Heal the Hood, you have your own boutique that is partnered with you, 2Unique. You also are publisher and an editor. Going back to that point, I know from our previous conversations that you even move people into journalism through the magazine, through
yeah.
retail, and all of that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I started those innovative outlets because I knew that it would attract youth. So with 2Unique magazine, we highlight celebrities and leaders that give back to the community. So
Yes.
youths will be able to that's interested in sports journalism or radio, TV, and broadcasting. They will be able to utilize the journalism track to be able to groom themselves on that level, on
Which
that.
is so smart. Which
Thank
is
you.
so smart. Which is so smart.
Yes. And so then I knew that youth loved fashion. So of course, I'm not a fashion mogul, so I couldn't really, sew and do things of that nature. So I found a way to connect fashion to the nonprofit sector. So I said, I utilized the students in my Fine Your Design program, and we did a community project back in 2009, I believe. And so we started the community project, and I had them to solicit donations in the community. I said, we're going to start a storefront. They thought I was crazy, but and so they went out in the community. They had all their family members donating whatever items that they could find. And we literally used Heal the Hood Foundation of Memphis's office at that time. It was just an empty office with a table. We flipped it out and turned it into a storefront. And
Wow.
yes, and through that, they were able to gain the skills, inventory management, retail management, customer service. So through that one program, or or one
Amazing.
project, yes, you are able to gain all of those skills. And accounting, they had to count money,
Yeah.
and it was such an amazing experience. And we had the community to come out. We had hot dogs, had a DJ, like it was a great opening. And and several people in the community said, I don't know how you're going to do it, but you need to keep this going. We literally, it was scheduled for one day, but it ended up being a 3-day event. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to keep this going. But long story short, maybe a year or two later passed, and we were able to open the doors and get a spot inside of the Hickory Ridge Mall. And we have been there for 4 years now. And so we're reaching agencies such as the Family Safety Center that we're partnered with. You have a lot of domestic violence runaways. They're getting clothes for them and their children. It could be a mother with 5 children who's maybe homeless, need clothing. They may have had a house fire. So, and even a community referral. Of course, we do an assessment. If it's a community referral, we're going to call to assess to make sure everything is legit and okay. But you
Right.
can't get clothing through our voucher application process at no cost. And then on the flip side of that, we cater to thrifters, and that's how we raise money for our programs. So we created a boutique look. We wanted to make sure people was feeling good
Really
about
well done.
it. Yeah.
Very well done. Very well done. If someone wants to, during this holiday season, they're decluttering, they're clearing out their closet, they're making room for the holiday gifts that are on the way. How can they support the 2Unique boutique?
You can definitely stop by. We're open from Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock a.m. to 2 p.m. We have volunteers that are helping us. So please drop those items by the store, and we'll take those items. We ask that during the COVID-19, just make sure those items are cleaned, or if you can either wash them or take them to the cleaners. That will help us out greatly. And that's pretty much all they have to do is drop those items off for us, and we greatly appreciate it.
All right, we're going to be right back after this. We're back with Roshunda Buchanan, a certified girl boss. You see, I'm leading with that, right? Even though you have a plethora of things. I mean, she's from the 2Unique. We've got Roebuck. But we're going to go with Certified Girl Boss. I like that. It's on Instagram too, but be sure to check her out on Instagram and Twitter for This Is 2Unique, as well as the website, Roshunda Buchanan. Now, Roshunda, as we get to the wrap up, 2020, what was the biggest thing that you learned about yourself this year?
Oh, that I don't take as much mess as I used to.
Yes, the tolerance level changes in a pandemic. The tolerance level definitely drops in the pandemic. 2021, what is your hope as you move forward? And what can we expect from you?
I am hoping to be able to leverage myself financially, my nonprofit financially. I am doing a lot of research. I am putting the 100% in because working and having a nonprofit organization, you kind of get either 40, 50, so I want to be able to focus on, I have the platform, I have the foundation is what I want to say, but definitely take that time to leverage my nonprofit through grant funding.
Wow, and you have actually been stepping up to the plate in regards to that. Shout out to you on that.
Thank you.
Yes. And one thing that we had a brief conversation about that I wanted to make sure I circle back around to was about finding your design track. Now, of course, in many cases, you may think that that's just for people who are in high school, but I tell you, she's even helping people who have bachelors learn how to take their life experiences and get master's degrees. So as we get to the wrap up, make sure you mention that. How can people get involved with you when it comes to that?
Yeah, so I will be happy to consult anyone on their on their journey towards whether it's an associate's degree, bachelor's degree, or master's degree. There it is what you call the experiential learning credit. I am a product of the experiential learning credit. That's credit towards your degree that you have proven that in the workforce, in the community, that you have done the work. So now you're being able to express that through experiential portfolio development and being able to, I will say, research experiential learning credit, especially with the University of Memphis. They have an entire department dedicated to experiential learning. So if you are an IT major, or if you worked in IT and you've been working in IT for 20 years but you never received a degree, you have enough experience where the college will evaluate what you've done and give you credits towards that degree. They call it PLA, which is Prior Learning Assessment in community colleges, and they call it experiential learning credit at the university.
Wow, I am so excited. Of course, you are very involved in academia throughout the city. And let me tell you, I'm going to circle back around to you myself, because there's some things that I'm interested in now doing post radio, teaching other people how to do media prep, preparing them for media development, podcast development, media shows. I've even helped someone develop a television show, of course, script writing. So I'm now circling back around so I can position myself as well. So Roshunda, I'm coming to you for a consulting session.
And you can receive credit for those curriculum developments as well. That's just
that's right. That's right. I do a lot of curriculum development too. So thank you very much. Well, this has been tremendous. Thank you so much for gracing season 1 of the Christie Taylor Show. Roshundas Buchanan. This is 2Unique. Thank you so much. Thank you. And happy holidays to you and your family.
Thank you.
All right. Until next time, everyone, we look forward to having you here. To watch more episodes of the Christie Taylor Show, be sure to check us out on Facebook and YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Anchor FM. See you later.